and welcome back to Read and Roam. I'm your host, Kayled. I'm in my car, and that can only mean one thing, a little free libraries tour. And it's not just any little free libraries tour today. I've created a challenge called the Book Shuffle. So what this book shuffle challenge that I'm doing today is I am picking up 3 books from each little free library and shuffling them around. So I'm going to take 3 books from our first stop, I'm going to take them to the second stop, and so on and so forth. So let's see what I'm about to shuffle, 1, and then 2, will I actually find any reads as well? Let's head to stop number 1. Oh my goodness, it is the most perfect fall day to come out and look for little free libraries. The trees are absolutely beautiful in this little town that I'm in, and the fall weather is crisp, there's a slight breeze. But let's get to the little free library. I don't see any little free books for me. I'm going to take a large print book called Wood Smoke and Pigeon Pie. That's an interesting title. We are taking one of Oprah's book club picks for 2021, Marilynne Robinson's Jack. And then we're also taking this book called Wicked Game because it matches the fall leaves. So these 3 books are going to come and get shuffled with me. Before I get started, look at the trees in this park. The fall colors are popping. I am so happy right now because I love fall so much. I love when the leaves change. Like, this is making my whole heart happy. Like, this entire area is just so beautiful. And then you get over to this little gazebo area and we have our little free library. Right now I am not seeing anything that I want to take, but I do have to put my 3 books in here because it is time for the book shuffle. So here are my 3 books going into this little free library. And what books do I want to pick? I think the first book that I'm going to take is The Writer's Toolbox, a sentence combining workshop. I think that book would be good. I'm also going to take Miracles on Maple Hill. I thought Maple Hill was more of the fall vibe, but there is snow on this cover, but we're taking it anyways. And another book that has a snowy cover, we're going to do Katie Woodlawn. 2 book covers that have some snow on them, which does not correlate with the season outside right now. And then also a writer's book as well. So on to the 3rd stop. We have arrived at stop number 3, and just look behind me. It's this big old spooky skeleton. Oh my goodness, I love the lawn decorations. 10 out of 10, would highly recommend. So up here we have some paperbacks, some more adult paperbacks, and the children's books are looking pretty sparse over here. I don't see anything that I want in here, but I am gonna put my books in here. The books that I plan on taking from this little free library is Michael Connelly's The Scarecrow, which I think it just fits the spooky theme, also the leaves in the back. I think I'm also going to shuffle Conversations with Friends. I just like the flop of this book. And last but not least, we're going to take Dragon Girls, a children's novel, which I think would be nice to shuffle in the mix. Stop number 3 is complete. So we are at our very last little free library of today. This is stop number 4, and it is actually pretty full of books in here. So I don't know how I'm gonna squeeze my 3 in here, but let's check out the books in this little free library. So I don't see anything that I wanna take, but now we get to play little free library Tetris with my books that I have. So I ended up laying these horizontal instead of vertical, and I think that helped solve some of my issues. And then I'm gonna leave these books how they kind of were in the beginning, like that. So before we wrap up at this little free library, who remembers Lizzie McGuire books? I remember having a couple Lizzie McGuire books back in the day, and I remember circling them in the Scholastic little book pamphlets that you would get. And then we're gonna stick these kids' books right here. Ha! I have successfully shut the little free library and all the books are in there magically. I don't know how I got my 3 books in there, but yes. And that wraps it up for our Little Free Libraries tour, the Book Shuffle Challenge. Also, if you want to go ahead and do this challenge, do it. Tag me, mention me in the comments. If you did it, I would love to see your videos. I think the book shuffle was just such a fun idea. Anyways, that's going to be it for today's video. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe, and I will see you next time for a new bookish video.